Welcome back to A Little Old Fashioned. I've had some comments below of people who are asking me, how do I make my old fashions? And you might have heard me say this before. In my opinion, there is no right or wrong way to make an old fashioned. You just like it the way you like it. But I like my old fashions done a certain way. I like the bigger ice cubes. I like to use sugar cubes. Sometimes I like to use simple syrup and sugar cubes. And I like a higher proof bourbon. A fresh orange peel and a premium cherry. I have to have all of those elements in my old fashioned to make it a perfect old fashioned. Now, some people do it a different way, and I'm not knocking that. I'm just going to give you some of the things that I like in my old fashions, and I'm going to take you on that journey with me today. I'm on my way to my favorite liquor store because I need some bitters. I need some bitters to go in my old fashioned. I don't know if I said that or not, but you have to have bitters. I don't have any bitters at home, so I'm going to my favorite liquor store. I'm going to pick up those bitters, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the bourbon that I suggest that you start off if you're going to make an old fashioned at home. Some people like rye. I like a good rye in my old fashioned, but I do use different type of bourbons. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I will make an old fashioned out of any type of whiskey, any type of bourbon. I'm going to make an old fashioned because I like them that much. A lot of people don't use like Blanton's or E.H. Taylor to make an old fashioned because they say that that is a too expensive bottle to make a cocktail out of. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I'm going to make an old fashioned out of anything that I have on my shelf because I like old fashions that much. But let's go on a journey. Let's get those bitters and let's make that old fashioned. Let's go. I made it here to C&C, one of my favorite stores here in Jackson, Tennessee, and I'm here for a reason because I need some bitters to make my old fashioned, and I heard that they have a new bottle in here that I don't have. Now, I don't have any of this on my shelf, but something about the name that makes me curious, and I just want to see how that is going to be in an old fashioned. So let's go into C&C, let's pick up that bottle, let's pick up those bitters, and let's make that perfect old fashioned. And here it is right here. Now, this Angel's Envy Triple Oak, it's 92 proof. It is on the lower end, but it's something about the Triple Oak that I think would be great in an old fashioned. I do not have any Angel's Envy on my shelf because I was going to wait till I get to Kentucky to bottle my own, but it's something about this one here that I want to taste. I want to see what it's all about. So I'm going to pick this bottle up. We're going to take it to the house. We're gonna make an old fashioned and we're gonna see how it tastes. Now, this one here, I can't say enough about this one. Since it's right next to the Angel's Envy, I'm going to talk about the Maker's Mark C&C Spice Mocha. This is one of my favorite bottles. I love this thing. I need a second bottle because I'm almost halfway through the first one, but this is a fantastic bottle. I didn't think I was gonna like Maker's Mark that much, but I love this bottle, I do. In my opinion, and this is my opinion, everyone has one, these are the best cherries, in my opinion, to make an old fashioned. I haven't really tried, matter of fact, I haven't tried the Woodford Reserve cherries, so I don't know anything about that, but I know these are great. These are great. And the bitters, I am going to pick up some bitters today and we're gonna make this old fashioned. simple syrup. They have the simple syrup here, but I just need the bitters and I have the cherries. So let's go pick up that bottle and make that old fashioned. I'm leaving C&C Liquor Store, and again, I went in that store for a specific reason, because I needed some bitters and I wanted to pick up this Angel's Envy Triple Oak. Now, it is sitting at a 92 proof bottle, and I like the higher proofs, but don't get me wrong, I drink all type of bourbon because I love bourbon, but I'm just getting used to the higher proof bottles. But it's something about that Triple Oak that got my attention, and I think it will be pretty good in an old fashioned. So let's go home, let's get everything together, and let's make that perfect old fashioned. Let's go. I have everything I need to make that perfect old fashioned. First of all, the Old Dominick glass. I love this glass. I had a chance to go to the Old Dominick Distillery in Memphis, Tennessee, an excellent place. If you haven't been there, please stop by. You will have a great time. So I'm going to start off with the Old Dominick glass. Now, I like to have sugar cubes in my old fashions. A lot of people don't use sugar cubes, and I understand the reason why, because they don't like all the sugar that could possibly be at the bottom of your glass. But I don't mind that, because I come back with some simple syrup, just a little bit, to soften up that sugar cube, just a little drop. Boom. To soften up that sugar cube. I'm gonna set this to the side, and I'm going to break that sugar cube down. And now I'm going to come back with my bitters. I like to take about 3 to 4 shots. Boom, that's all you need. And I'm going to mix that up. And now I am going to open up the Angel's Envy Triple Oak. I'm excited about this one. Even though it's a 92 proof bottle, the Triple Oak got me curious. So let's open this bottle. I should have pre-opened it, but let's open this bottle up and let's see what this Triple Oak Angel's Envy about. I haven't heard too many people talk about this one. There we go. But first of all, before I make an old fashioned, I'm going to just give a little sample here just to see how it tastes straight out the bottle. Now I'm using my Uncle Nearest Small Glencairn. I like to send a shout out to a subscriber who actually gifted this to me. I appreciate you. You know I do. Thank you a lot. So let's put it to the nose. You can tell it's going to be oaky. Now, you can tell there's going to be like a vanilla, cinnamon, but it doesn't smell like it's going to be that oaky. Now, I know it says triple oak on there. In my mind, I'm thinking you're going to have a lot of bold notes to it. It doesn't seem that way to me. But let's put it to the taste. And let's see if it drinks like a 92 proof. Cheers. Let's go. Okay. It drinks right at a 92 proof. This is my first sip of the day. I don't have any Angel's Envy on my shelf because I was waiting to go to Kentucky so I can bottle my own. But I'm glad that I tried this triple oak here because it's not one of my favorites. It's not. It's an okay bottle, but not one of my favorites. So let's put it in the old fashioned. So I have my sugar cube. I have my bitters, and let's pour in the Angel's Envy. And I like to just give it a whirl so I can mix all of that up together. And again, you might have your own way of making the old fashioned, but this is the way I do. To get all that sugar and those bitters mixed up together. I know it takes me a little time, but I like the art of making the old fashioned. Okay, I would do it about maybe 30 more seconds, but since I'm taping, I'm just going to cut it short. Now the ice cubes. I have two different ice cubes here, and let me show you the difference. The first ice cube that I'm going to show you is going to be one that comes straight out the freezer. Uh-oh, that's not going to work, so I'm going to pick it up with my finger. The ones come straight out the freezer, and it's not clear. Maybe you can see that. It's not clear at all. That's not a bad ice cube, but here at home, I like the clear ice cubes because it makes your drink a little bit more sexier. Look at that, a clear ice cube. I like that one. So let's drop the clear ice cube in there. And let's give it a stir. Now, I usually stir mine at least about a minute and a half. I know. I take pride in making my old fashions. So I'm going to cut that time down, but I'm just telling you what I usually do. Get all that mixed up together. And now after that, I take my cherry. You have to have a premium cherry. Again, I think these are the best cherries out there on the market for a perfect old fashioned. So let's open it up. And I usually like to get a cherry and a little bit more syrup down there because I like my old fashions a little sweet, as you can tell. And I just put that right there in there. And I'm going to give it a stir to make sure all that mixed together. Now, I am going to add an orange peel, but guess what? I left it in the fridge. Let me go get it. Hold up. Now, the only difference that I think most people will do way different than I do, I like to take a good fresh orange. Now, some people actually cut the orange out and just use the orange peel, which, hey, I do that also, but I like to squeeze the orange in there and wrap it around the rim and then drop it in there and give it a stir one more time. There we go. Mix that all together. Now, the last thing I think to make that perfect old fashioned is going to be smoke. I have cherry wood chips and whiskey oak. Since this is a double oak, I'm going to use cherry. All you have to do is, oh, I don't have any cherry left. Oh, wow. That goes to show how much I love old fashions because I should have checked, but I don't have any cherry left. So let's use the whiskey oak. Take a pinch full, put it in there, and Where's my fire? My fire here. And let's put some fire to it. Now I bought this off Amazon and it works pretty cool. Get all that smoke down in there. Now it works pretty cool for the house, but you might have one that works better. I've been using this thing for almost 2 years and it's probably time for me to upgrade, but hey, it works for me. And what I usually do is let's give it a twirl. Let's give it a twirl. Now you can let this sit for about a minute and a minute and a half just to get all that smoke into your drink. But since I'm shooting the video, let's take it off and let's try this old fashioned. Look at that presentation. That is pretty cool. Hopefully you can see that. That is pretty cool. Hey, people make their old fashions different, but the difference is, in my opinion, when you can get an old fashioned that's made like this, the presentation, it makes you feel like you're getting your money's worth. So hey, that's why I like old fashioned. So let's get this smoke out and let's give it a try. Cheers, my friends. See, to me, an old fashioned makes anything taste better. I will make an old fashioned out of any bottle that you give me. This Angel's Envy Triple Oak wasn't my favorite bottle, but it doesn't mean it won't taste good in an old fashioned. I'm glad I did it. That's how a little old fashioned makes his old fashions. For those who haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button because I'm asking for your support. But for those who have already subscribed, I appreciate your support. Until then, I will see you on my next pour. Cheers, my friends.